counselor here at Lewis and Clark are Miss Umamoto, and Mr. Brook. What's the best thing about Lewis and Clark?
Ooh, the best thing about Lewis and Clark, I would say, is the diversity of our students. So we have some great diversity, but then also, for the most part, most of the kids are so kind. So it's just a super nice place to work. The teachers are really nice. The other staff members are nice. So I would say it's just a kind place.
Okay. Why did you become a counselor?
Very good question. I actually became a counselor because when I was in high school, I was going off to college, and my parents did not go to college, so I was the first person in my family to go to college, and we had lots of questions, and we didn't really know what was going on, and so we maybe didn't make the best decisions. And so after I had gotten out of college and worked for a while, I actually worked at a university, I decided that I wanted to go back and help kids prepare for college. So I spent the last 9 years at high school, and this is my very first year at middle school, and I changed to middle school so that I had the chance to work with kids a little bit more and help them get to the next level.
Cool. What last names do you do?
All right, so I am the official counselor for all students with the last names M through Z, and then Mr. Brook helps the students A through L. But we will help any student. So if I'm gone one day, I will help any student regardless if they're mine or Mr. Brooks, and Mr. Brook will do the same, help my students. But officially, M through Z.
Okay. How long have you been a counselor? Officially?
So I was 1 year as an elementary counselor, 9 years as a high school counselor, and then I'm just finishing up my very first year as a middle school counselor, so that would be 11 years.
That's a lot of years.
Yes.
Thanks for letting me interview you.
Thanks for interviewing me.
You know.
So this is Mr. Brook. He is a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade counselor, and he has the first half of the alphabet, which is A through L. So could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Brook?
Well, this is I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is my 20th year as a school counselor. So some of you that are coming in could have had your parents, which is kind of funny. I have some students now who I had their parents when I was a high school counselor. I've been at Lewis for the last 8 years, so next year will be my 9th year at Lewis. I have 2 daughters who are in elementary school. I have a little first grader and a second grader. I have a wife who teaches at Will James. But there's no arguments at our house who the better school is. We love Lewis.
So do you like Lewis?
I love it. It's a great place to be. Love the students here, the staff, our administration. We have a great school. It's a good place to call home.
So what do kids come down here to talk with you about?
Well, so a variety of things, but I would say that the biggest thing that kids come down to talk about would be something related to relationships. So whether it's a conflict with a friend, maybe there's some struggles at home, maybe there's some just interpersonal struggles. So yes, they come down for that, but also just come down sometimes just to say hi. Come down to maybe talk a little bit about their schedule. So just a variety of reasons. We have an open door. You can come down and just say hey. So we have a lot of kids that do that too.
And so all the older kids know you have a dog, and your dog is adorable.
Yeah, I got a dog. His name is Jack. He is the only other male in the house, so we kind of have to stay together. We are surrounded by all girls. So when we go to town, I usually will tell my wife and daughters that the boys are going to town. Usually it involves going to get dog treats or going to the landfill. I mean, nothing too crazy.
And so I see you have a whole bunch of names on the back wall. Do kids come in here and write that down if they come talk to you?
They just, like I said, people just stop by to say hi. So, and then they say, hey, can we sign the board? I'm like, sure, absolutely. So I try to keep it up as long as I can, but once it gets too busy, I'll erase it, and then before you know it, it's filled back up. Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting us interview you,
You bet.
and I bet the 6th graders will have a great time.
Yes, well, we're looking forward to having you guys.